Hey everybody, it's me, Liv. So this time I'm coming back with the classes that I took over at the Stamp and Scrap Expo. And I'm going to go through them one by one. As you can see, I actually took 3 different Rubbernecker stamps. I really love their classes. 2 of them I walked away super happy. Love what you got. The other one, while it wasn't bad, it's just not my style. So definitely listen to that one just so you guys know, depending on what you like. And then finally, oops, I actually have one more. I did one from Creative Creations too. So let's get started. Now, of course, you know, for anyone who watches my channel regularly, I love mixed media. This is a mixed media class we took on creating your own paintbrush. This was hosted by Anthology. If you watch my other video on the book I purchased from them as well, you'll see that they do a lot of mixed media type of stuff. So really enjoyed how this one came out. So you get to make the project. Everything is included, all the supplies for this. You get to keep it, obviously. And then they gave you 2 of the pastes. Now, in the other video, I showed you just a little book I got from them, but you'll see these pastes, which are so pretty and they go on so well. These are actually the colors that I used here within this project. So that is the Art Anthology. If you're into mixed media, it was actually super quick. I think the class was like, let's say, an hour and a half, but I don't even think it took me that long to do. But yeah, so there's that project. The next one is the actually, I'm going to go in this order. Now, this one was to learn more about watercoloring effects that you can do with the color fuse ones. Now, one of the reasons I love the Rubbernecker classes is because usually you get all the stamp sets that you use in the class. So that right there is a huge plus for me because I like to walk away with stuff. So here are the 3 stamp sets that came in the class. And then you usually create 3 projects. So out of these, this is my fave of the projects that we created. This one was my fault. I ended up accidentally stamping here, so I wasn't so happy with how this one came up with. And this one's not too bad. I see that I just kind of got some extra paper over here, so I think I can fix that. And I liked how this one came out as well. So that's what you usually do. Usually do 3 cards using the different stamp sets, and you learn the technique. So again, we were working on watercoloring with their color fuse. I did not buy any color fuse. I have enough inks to last me forever of other companies, so I would just definitely try it with one of mine that I already have. Next up is again another class that we did, but this one was actually practicing using their color fuse with stencils. So this is actually stenciled. So let me see if I can get it a little bit closer. So this is it using it watercolor. This is it doing stencils with their color fuses. And we actually created, and let me take out all the cards so you can see. This one I did not get a chance to assemble yet, so I'm going to do that one. In the class, we had about enough time to do these 2, and then assemble all of this. It came with the paper and the sentiment, and this was already pre-stamped, but this is something that was, though it was already cut out for you, we did use the color fuse and use the stencils in there. Same with this one. It was already cut out, but we did use that. So so here are the stamp sets that came with it. And so you can see the stamp here. And then you can see the coordinating stencil sets that go to kind of create this really vibrant image that you see here. and a lot of depth and layers. So I actually really enjoyed it. You know, I love my stencils, so it was fun to get a chance to play with it. The way that they make theirs really is, most of the time it is a single stencil, so it's a little bit different than some of the companies that have like 4 or 5. This one ends up actually having, I think, 2 stencils in it for the 2 different roses, but really it's all one. So it can be a little bit tricky figuring it out where to start and then going down, but overall it really wasn't that bad. So again, that is the finished products that ended up coming. I did run out of a little bit of time in the class that we were doing. These classes are usually only an hour, and so I didn't get a chance to put any type of sentiment on this one, so that is something that I'm going to do later. And then this is a third card that they gave us as well, using the same thing. These are actually pre-cut out and made by them, just to give you an idea. So if you're someone who likes some pre-cut layering, they actually do sell those as well, which is what the last class is. So I just want to show you that one. I really wasn't exactly sure what the last class was that I was taking with Rubbernecker. It was called Delightful Delia. And I wasn't so sure exactly what it is, but what I figured out is that they have all these pre-cut ones, and they have a die that goes with it, so you get both the die as well as the paper pad that went with it. But with this, you can then use the dies to cut them all out, and I'm going to show you the cards that we made in class. So these are the ones that are on these paper pads. You can cut them out and layer them however you want. You know, these are all different examples of ones that created. This is actually a die that Rubbernecker sells. I did not buy that one, but again, this is another example. And then finally there is this example. And so when you cut them out with the die from the paper, I have some that I cut out and I'm leaving in here. You see, it's kind of, they cut out really nicely with the die. You get the leaves, you get everything else, and all you have to do is kind of line it up so that you're able to get them cut out. All you need is your regular die cut machine to create that. So, but the reason that I said that this is just not me, I really like to make things from scratch. I'm not the type of person who really uses these type of pre-cut ones that much in this type of thing, so I don't foresee that this is something that I will really be using. And then finally, the last one is the layout class from Creative Creations that they had. So she loves to use 49 and mark it, and we had time to finish in class. It was, again, a 1-hour class, so it didn't get to finish everything. We got to finish at least one of the layout pages. We did get started on the other, and she really works with talking about how to make dimensions with all of yours so that your papers can definitely look like they have lots of dimension. Here is the second page that I still need to get finished. I do love these colors. I don't really know if blue flowers like this, but I think it came out really cool. And when you take her class, so you get everything that comes in the kit. So I'm just going to show you. So this came with this set of laser cuts. You got this set of laser cuts, and you know, whatever's left you use for whatever project. You got these ones that you can cut out on your own for layering. She also gives you, I'm coming with it, these rub-ons that 49 and Market does. Some of my pieces ended up falling out, and then she usually gives you, you know, some real flowers to use in your projects. So I think it's a pretty good deal, because even anything that's left over you're going to be able to use in a project for yourself down the road. The one thing I would say is that, you know, hopefully you go back and do the project. I do have that tendency that I put it in a bag and I might not get to it anytime soon. So I am going to try to force myself to actually finish the other page and use it. And then once I have used it and gotten something in it, I'm going to at least feel that I've accomplished this. Because, you know, you're right. I am, you know, a lot of times you take these classes and if you didn't finish, you know, always go back to it. But anyway, I did want to at least show you the really cool layout ideas. She shows you a lot of it's just cutting out foam tape, you know, staggering things, putting things in different areas, using flowers to create dimensions, and a lot of pop-up tape and such. So if you enjoy that kind of class, definitely go and take it because I think it's a good value for what you get within the class. Now, with all that being said, like I mentioned, this is something I just don't foresee that I will ever use because it's just not my style of crafts. So what am I going to do with this? I hate to put things to waste and people not use them. So what I'm going to do is, if you are in the United States and this is something that you envision that you would use for your projects, and I am sorry that this ended up breaking on me while I was carrying it. I think I accidentally threw something in the bag and ended up ripping it. But besides the pages that we use for the projects, everything else is in here, and I'm just gonna flip through it really quickly so you guys can see. There's some solid papers back here that you saw in the cards, and then there's all these layers of colors. And what colors do I have here? Some purples, oranges, and such. The blue ones, and then anything that has already using the dyeing class to cut out. As well as the cards that we created, because again, not necessarily my style. So what I am suggesting is, if this is something you think you would enjoy and that you would want, I am, for anyone in the United States who comments below, I'm going to do a really quick giveaway and give away all of these cards, the envelopes that came with it, the die and the paper pad, and then what was already cut out, and then this little piece here. So that if you think you would actually use this and, you know, get some enjoyment out of using this. Sorry about that. That was my pups, Ollie. But anyway, if you are interested, just leave a comment below. I'm going to draw a name on September 15th. You do need to be in the U.S. because of the cost of postage. But besides that, I will be sending this out. So I hope that someone will get to use this and actually get to enjoy it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.